Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. We are finally here. Finally here. I know I'm late on this, y'all. I know I'm late, but we are finally here to play with the Nomad Hudson Valley eyeshadow palette. I have been waiting and waiting and waiting to be able to dip into this and to play with this eyeshadow palette. So I am going to create two looks today, one look on each eye, and I will share my thoughts at the end with you. If you are new here, hello and welcome. My name is Kelly and I love all things makeup and beauty. I love talking, I love makeup, I love talking about makeup. So if you like to chat about makeup too, I would love to have you subscribe and be part of the K-Bella fam. But why don't we go ahead? I'll zoom you in and we'll create two looks. Before we get started on the looks, I do just want to say, I know I am late on this, okay? I just had a baby in August. I've been having a hard time juggling going back to work, 2 kids, but I do still want to play with this. I wanted to create two looks, and I saw my friend Katie Marie, or Lady Katie on Instagram, create some eyeshadow tutorials recently, and she talked through the first look, but then she would speed it up through the other two looks. And I saw my friend Emily from Emily's Makeup Bag. She recently did a video where there was no talking, it was just all music. So I think what I'm going to do is, while I'm creating these two looks, I'll just put some music over the top, that way you can see the looks, and we'll just chat about it at the end. So let's get started.
tasting tunes and everything you ooze. The tempo of your beat, you bleed a melody. No one can control that old time rock and roll. No rule of gravity. And hey, can I follow you back to your room, watching you bloom in the light of the moon? Can I follow you back to your arms, wash it all off in the river of your heart? There's a million different songs that I learned to sing, watching you bloom in the light of the moon. Your loneliness will never be lost on me, so reach out and love and don't be a stranger.
Okay, so here is a close-up of the two looks with some mascara. You can see here, one of the looks I created was like super warm and fiery. Definitely feels very like autumn, fall, which you see here on the cover. And then this one is a little bit more grungy, still super nice and fall. Reminds me of like the grungier types of green leaves. Beautiful, beautiful. But let's go ahead and zoom out and I'll tell you my thoughts on the palette. Okay, so let's talk about this palette. I am a little bit more new to Nomad Cosmetics. I was lucky enough to get sent this by Nomad when I was nominated as a Starfish, and I mentioned this in another video, and someone asked me, what's a Starfish? So if you go to the Nomad Cosmetics Instagram, I'll try and remember to link it down below. They have a highlight reel about their Starfish, and they basically just, they have like a whole story behind it, but they basically say like a Starfish is someone who like makes a difference in the community. And so, you know, each month or every couple of months, they've had this campaign where you can nominate people to be a Starfish. And so this time I was nominated as a teacher in the beauty community, and Nomad sent this palette over to me, and I was super excited because they have a lot of colorful palettes, and me being a more neutral lover, they can be a little bit intimidating. But this palette here is definitely much more like earthy tones. They are very deep and rich, but definitely a color palette that I could vibe with. So I did get to use several of the shades. I did not use these two. Oh, I did use this one. I didn't use this red shade, Apple Picking. I don't think I dipped into Oktoberfest. And then I didn't get into these two lighter shades over here. I also didn't get to use this beautiful like gold shimmer shade, not gold, this beautiful like orange shimmer shade right here. Overall, I feel like the quality of this is amazing. The mattes were super pigmented, super blendable. The shimmers are very rich and very opaque. I would love to pair this green with some of these neutral shades over here. You could create like a beautiful all matte look. You could go in with like these warm tones, put that all over the lid. There are so many more options to play with this palette. I do really enjoy the two looks that I created here, but the quality is impeccable. I'm super happy to have this in my collection. You can definitely create a nice fall look with it, and I don't really have anything negative to say. If I had to come up with a con, my con would be that there isn't a shade that I could use for an inner corner pop, but you still do have very deep shades to like deepen up. You do have like a lighter shade. This is more cool tone, so I feel like if you put it on your inner corner, it would make you look a little bit dead. So I did reach into my Vive palette and I used this shade right here in Glimmer and popped that on the inner corner, but I'm here for this color story. I love the idea behind the Starfish that Nomad Cosmetics has going on, and I think this is a great palette and I would definitely recommend it. I will have all of my other makeup listed down below, but just in case you are wondering about my lip combo, and so that I don't forget, it is BK Beauty Warm Spice, and then I went in with this Rare Beauty lipstick. I have the shade Worthy, and I did try out this new Tarte face palette. This is their holiday collection. It's the Precious Gems Amazonian Clay Cheek Palette. So I did use, let me open it without digging a nail into it. I did use the Park Avenue Princess Bronzer, which I didn't realize, I've never tried it before, I didn't realize that it is a shimmery bronzer, but it is, and it definitely has a scent to it. It's not a bad scent by any means. It's not like chemically or anything like that, but if you're sensitive to scents, just know this did have a scent. And then I went in with Polished as my blush today. Everything else will be in the description box down below, but I hope you enjoyed seeing two looks, even though I was uploading it a little bit later. I hope that you did enjoy the looks here. If you did, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Let me know if you tried this palette down below. I would love to know. Also, make sure you are subscribed before you go. That way I can see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.